All right, so while I was sitting there watching 6 does, I heard a kapow, kapow, right in the direction of my little sister. She texted me, she said she got one. Oh boy. I'm on my way to go meet up with her right now. And hopefully we're dragging out a nice deer here soon. We're gonna find out what it is. But, oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. All right, I'll get back at you once we find her.
Ski. Yes! Ski! Yes! Ski! Okay, so I went up on that big dirt pile over there and I was looking with my scope, scoped out the whole field, and there's like 40 turkeys on top of this mound. I'm like, oh, damn, that really sucks. I'm like, well, I'm gonna sneak over here. So I was where we went the other night when I shot.
Yep.
And I was on top, and all of a sudden, like, turkeys start going away. I'm like, oh. All of a sudden, I see the back of a deer, and I'm like, oh, nice. There's deer over there. And I was like, well, I knew I didn't want to shoot that far, but I was like, I also can't see them. So I climbed down the banking, and I went further down, and when I popped back up, there was like 6 deer, and I was like, well, I can't sneak that way because now the deer are gonna see me. So I came back up, made sure the deer was still there, went around. The deer could, like, if they were looking at me, they'd have been able to see me. And then I snuck over to this mound, and then I snuck all the way up, and then I set up, and I'm like looking, and I'm looking at these doe. They're all like back down eating, and all of a sudden out of the corner of my eye, this deer comes out of the wood line. And I'm like, uh-oh. I'm like, this is a big deer. I didn't know if it was a doe or a buck. And all of a sudden I saw his lift his head up and I saw the antlers and I was like, ah, ah. And then he was like quartering towards me. So I didn't want to, I was waiting and waiting. And then he like was chasing the does. So he like ran after them and the does would like run off. And he finally like put his head down after chasing like 2 or 3 does and to eat, and then he turned broadside to me, facing this way, and because he turned to see this other doe that was over here, and I put my crosshairs on it and I just smoked him, and he jumps up in the air and like trots a little bit like limping, and he's like this, and I see a shot opportunity again, and I smoke him again. He goes flying in the air, and then he stepped behind a dirt pile, so I don't know if he's down or what, but
you hit him.
Yeah, and then all the other does were just laying here, and I wanted to shoot a doe, but I didn't know if I should or not, so I just held off. And yeah, Ski, I can't tell because the way I see close, he could have been back here or he could have been up there. Oh, Ski, is that my deer? Ski.
Brooklyn.
Ski! I knew it was a good deer. Give me a hug.
Oh, I'm so proud of you.
That was a good one. Oh,
Brooklyn.
You sucker! You knew it was there the whole time.
What?
Ski.
Look at that buck. Go check him out. Go check him out. Go pick him up. Pick his head up.
I'm scared.
Brooklyn. Is that a 10-pointer?
I told Dad it was a 10-pointer. I told him it was a 10-pointer.
Brooklyn.
I told him.
Brooklyn.
I told him it was a 10-pointer.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. Yes.
Brooklyn.
Yes. Yes. I need to call Dad right now.
Oh man.
Look at the freaking web. I'm gonna tell him it was a spike.
Here.
It's a small 3-pointer.
Yeah?
Ready to see this thing?
Yeah.
It's a, I didn't even count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10-pointer. I told you it was a 10-pointer. I knew it. I knew it was a 10-pointer. Look, Dad. Look at this thing. Look at him. Look at this thing. Look at this deer, Dad. Look. And look at my deer. Oh.
sits.
You're my deer, Dad.
Wow. Wow.
Look.
Wow, that's amazing.
Big buck down. Big buck down, Ski. Big buck down. Vacation Land Outdoorsman brings big Maine buck down. My dear.
Look at it, give me a hug. Oh,